Good evening, Paul. How are you? I don't think we're going to call here. It's a tough spot. We got two overs on the board. Flush. We tried. Betty caught the jack, sadly. That's my problem here. King jack possible. I think I'm going to fold. Oh, wait. We'll see how it goes here. I got beat up last night. Last night I played and I ran ace king. I don't know if you were there in the live stream when I was talking about this. I ran ace king into aces again. It's so irritating. Over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I ran ace king into aces 3 times. Right? And then the last time I got a ace king, not the time that I'm just talking about now, but the time just before that, I came in with ace king and I folded because they got super aggressive, betting heavy, so I fold, right? And the guy has king too, so the person who ends up winning wins with a pair of kings, king two. Jesus, man. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So this time here, last night, the night before, I think it was last night, I was like, well, I'm going to call with ace king again, and run into aces again. So you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Here we are. Welcome to the jungle. We'll see how we go. Like I said, I sure hope I don't run into freaking pocket aces again. I swear to you. Yeah. Yeah. Good story. Perfect. Here we are. Here we are. Are we running into freaking ace? Are we running into aces again? Oh my gosh. We're not going to outplay him after. I almost think we 4-bet over the top, just go all in. I think we just 4-bet over the top and go all in. He either gives up his hand or he doesn't. If we run into aces, I guess we run into aces. We just had the talk. Let's do it. Let's go. Oh my gosh. Ace king. All right. Well, there we go. Although we get raked that way, so we actually have less money than we started with. Yeah, that's because ace king isn't a bad hand. The problem is you're beating everything, for the most part with 2 overs, right? So you've got good draws either way. The problem with it always is, and here's where rake kills you on these small tables. We started with 88, and ended actually with less after going all in, even though we had 1.4 blinds out there from the big and the small. So it just shows you how much they rake you to death. I was watching a video here a few days back, and that's what they were talking about, was the fact that you can't win at micro stakes for the most part. You can't even be profitable because you get ate up by rake. So we'll see as the time goes here, but could be true. I don't know. You do get ate up in rake. When you go all in like that, you get killed. You actually end up with less money when you're all said and done if you split. Eights, we're definitely playing these. I guess we're just going to call. I don't want to face a 4-bet with eights. So we'll wait for the 3-bet to come in and we'll call the 3-bet, but we definitely don't want to face 4-bet, so we're not going to be 3-betters here. Oof. That could have came a lot better than that. 1-8 would be nice. And not be a club. Wish we had the 8 of clubs in our hand. Oh, man. I don't think we're going to fare well today. I think we got to fold. Gosh almighty. Yeah, there comes the club. I'm glad we folded there. It's just, jeez, man. Guess the 8 of clubs wouldn't have mattered regardless, but it's going to get them betting. You know what I mean? Because we would have had a full house, so we would have beat the flush. So I guess the 8 of clubs would have been fine. Now that I'm thinking on it. There's the aces. We definitely did not want no part of that. Oh, look at this. Show up with kings. So now we 3-bet all day. We're going to 3-bet back over the top. I wish there was more people in front of us, because now we're probably not going to get a lot of callers. But maybe these guys are super crazy here. 300 big's going to leave. Missed the stream today, had a med appointment, so I missed it. Oh, that's all right. No worries. I wish this guy wasn't leaving. I like these guys that have big stacks. They're a lot easier to play, I feel like, than the fish, but that's me. Everybody says fish are easier. I think that the people who know how to play are much easier than the fish, but we lost him, so it is what it is. I didn't feel like we were pushing anybody around, so... We're going to be all in by the end of this hand, so you might as well either fold or start betting. Yeah. Watch, he probably has jacks now. After all this, I swear. We're going to run into what? He really came in with jacks? No way, right? It's got to be like king jack. I think we just call him. Let another card come. Ace jack. We're going to try to get all in by the river. Ah, I guess we're not. Dang it. All right. I tried. Yeah, would have liked to have got another street. What are you going to bet, though? You can't bet any less than 1/3 pot. I mean, he raised it for the pot to be so big. That really wasn't on me. That was on him there. So. You know, it's kind of, I mean, if he wanted to, it's crazy. Couldn't have done, yeah. Yeah, that was the problem. He just wasn't, I think, honestly, if you want my honest opinion, he tried to raise just to get us out of the hand, which is a good tell there. Because anybody that's going to raise the flop but not call a 3rd pot on the turn, they were just trying to buy the pot. So it's a decent tell there. We got to be careful with his. He probably bluffs pretty wide. We'll probably see it right here. I bet he raises. And this one we'll let him get away with if he does. But, see that raise? We'll let him get away with this one. But once we catch a card, we are going to slow play whatever we get and let him bluff his way into it rather than betting. And by the river, we'll have all of his chips in, right? So that will be the take on him here. Yeah. And that's the biggest problem that I have with the psychology of it at these stakes is you just have maniacs too down here, to where if you're at higher stakes, it's a lot more psychology. I mean, it really, really is, because you don't have maniacs just throwing money away. They wouldn't be able to afford it at those stakes. Oh, I hate this. We min raise. Do we min raise? Do we limp? Do we try to limp here and then call any raise? I think we do. I think we limp here, only because I expect the 2 seed in the blind to raise. So let's let him raise, and we will. Do we come over the top? Do we 3-bet him? I don't think so. I think we let him raise and just flat. Now let's see if he 3-bets here. Yeah, he didn't. So we'll go ahead. That was a good raise there. Not a great flop for us. Yeah, difference between an eval and a real live account. You're right there. We'll check here. We're going to check this ace-high board. It's connected, kinda. You got the 10 ace. We're going to call the small bet. That's very small into a 6. Again, now we got the wheel straight out here. I think we'll check through again. I mean, what's his range, you know? He's got all the aces is the problem here. We could check raise here. Do we check raise? Do we try that? Not the worst spot. Or do we wait for the river? Do we call here, wait for the river, and then catch the heart and bet it? He's not got a lot behind, though. I think check raising's going to be tough. I think we'll call, give it one more street. We've got nothing. I think we give up, honestly. I think we just give up here. I think we just give up. Yeah. Yeah. He ain't got much behind. He's the desperate one here. I think we just give up. I really do. Okay. Yeah, it's sorry. They're barking about nothing. See if we can get him all in here. Come on. Don't think this hard. I want to get you all in. This is very connected board. We're betting here. Very connected. I don't see how he can get away from this. Very connected. We got several outs. I just don't see how he can get away from this board. I'm going to put him all in. I think we got to go 30 to put him all in. Yeah, you're in trouble, my guy. Thank you. We cracked him, and I don't think you were here, Paul. I don't think that I don't think we're running it unsuited. The 6-6 hand we had to fold, but the old boy that we played in the 6th spot, remember the six seat? I don't know if it was that hand or not. We ended up with pocket aces, and it came ace, king, jack, something like that, and we ended up getting him all in, and we got all of his money, and then he went into the he left. I think he's back. I think this is him again, but I don't know. We'll see. But I think it could be him again. Back, because that was a new player that came back in with 30 again, and he was betting 2.6, remember? So we did get all of his chips, but he left. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. It wasn't a bad flop we just got on that last hand, but there was a pair. I always hate that, and we only had the 10 high. I've actually had the nut flush before, so an ace high flush, and a guy's went all in with 2 pair, and I call, and the river freaking gives him, you know, his 3rd card to make a full house when I have the nut flush. That's kind of stuff that just, like I said, if I could have bad luck, I do. Playing cards. I said on the stream today, I realize you weren't there, but I said on the stream today, I wish I could play cards as well as I traded. Everyone was, I think we're going to let this one go too. Everyone was talking about how trading was, and I was like, man, I wish I could play cards like I traded. I love cards. I'd love to play a lot more poker, but I just can't play like I trade. Trading's easy. This shit's tough. Do we min raise here? 6 seat's gonna go 2.6. Person here. I think we call. I think we just go ahead and flat and wait for the raise from the 6 seat. Okay, 4 seat raises. So at least we get a raiser there. We'll go ahead and call. 5s aren't pretty. Four seat's gonna bet. I have to figure out if we want to call or not. What draws are we looking at here? We're looking at a 5 and only a 5. Front door flush already coming in. Two overs on the board. I think we just give up here, sadly. A lot of people, that might be nitty. Now, yeah. Super glad we're not in it now. Now we're losing to almost everything. I always roll all this stuff through my head. Maybe, you know, maybe it helps. I don't know. Like I said, I truly wish I was better. I'm trying to learn. I've been watching video after video after video, trying to learn more. I mean, I've been playing. It's sad I say I'm trying to learn. I've been playing poker since I was 21. I think 21. I think pretty close. Yeah, we're gonna. This is another nitty fold here, but in our position, I don't think we can. We're gonna flat. We're gonna give up blind, I guess. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're out of position, so we got to be a little careful. It's not super strong out of position. Like, we should have all the ace kings here. Ooh. That's exactly how we wanted that. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Different psychology. But I've been playing poker forever, but I feel like I could be so much better. Like, I wish I was as confident about poker. Like, he checked there. I think he's going to bet now. I hate this board. Do we throw a small bet out, wait for him to fold? See if he calls, see if he raises? I mean, that's all I can think here. When he raises, we're in trouble. Yeah. He folds, we're good. Even though we might not have been. I just wish... I don't know. I see these guys play. Paul, you go... And I say this when I talk about trading gurus all day, right? So I probably shouldn't say I see these guys. That was lucky. Yeah. See these guys play. But I see these guys play on YouTube and stuff, and it just seems like they get so many good cards and they have so many good lines, and it just, man, oh man, I don't get it. Like, I did mostly tournament play, and cash is a lot different. I never felt like I was a strong cash player. Tournaments, I feel like people really have to, you know, you have to conserve your chips in a tournament because you win nothing if you lose. So you can't just go all in with nothing. You can't just, you know, it's super hard. Not saying that you can't bluff, but you got to be super, super careful where you bluff at because that's the end of your tournament. So you've lost everything and can't just, you know, unless it's a rebuy tournament, at what time they rebuy until, you know, a certain stage or whatever. I try not to play any of those. But you just can't go all in on with nothing, you know, on hopes and a dream like you can in cash poker, and that's some of the problems. We could flat here if the two seat just, you know, either calls or folds. But we could also get raised by the 4 seat, which just isn't not ideal. We could raise and see if they fold. I think that's the way we're going to go. Let's raise, see if we can pull them off the hand. Yeah. All right. There we go. And we'll fold this one. But yeah, I mean, it's just... I feel like the psychology is much different at these stakes. But at the end of the day, I'm not a huge cash player anyways. I did a lot of cash live, but never been a cash, you know, like a cash winner, like go to the cash and just crush it. That's never been me. I hold my own at tournaments for sure. I used to go to casinos actually on my way through as I was traveling from place to place, and I'd go and I'd do sit and go tournaments. And I mean, I was always placing in the money in every sit and go tournament. So I hold my own in tournaments. I fare much better in a tournament. I have a more tournament mindset, if you will. Cash is a little tougher for me, but I had a buddy that he was a huge cash game grinder, did really well in cash games, and he'd always want to go play. So I played a lot, but I'm not super great at it. I'm okay. And I feel like these stakes are even tougher, and it's funny because I feel like all the winners, I was telling the wife here a few days back, I was like, it seems like when I come into one of these tables, gosh, not again. Seems like when I come into one of these tables and there's a guy that has a big chip stack, those are the guys that I play really well against. And then all these people that don't, all the fish, like they like to call them, those are the guys that I get beat up by. And it's so dumb. I'll sit here and beat up the guy that's got the big stack, and then they'll leave, like the 300 did here. They'll leave. We're going to go ahead. We really don't want to play this. We just want them out. I'm going to raise big enough, hoping that they just don't play. I really don't want to play it. Really just like to take the blinds, get paid for my ace king, and go on my way. Thank you. Yeah, I'd rather just do that. I'm really sick of playing ace king. Here we are again. We had 10s earlier. Man, we're getting some cards. I do got to tell you that. We're getting some cards, right? Like, I can't complain. Normally, I don't even get any hands. I do have to say, we've got a fair share of cards tonight. I think the blind calls here. Right, he's a little sticky. I think he may be part of this hand. 3 bigs isn't probably going to shake him out. Yeah, I didn't think so. Not the greatest flop. Ace king, he's not connected there? Or is he slow playing? He takes us for ace king all day. So we're going to look like we're slow playing. Let him try to bluff into this. We'll third pot. Well, we bet 3. We'll half pot. It's almost half. Just about half. And let's see if he actually has it or not. Don't have to worry about that no more. And that's something that I'm not great at when it comes to... In tournaments, you don't look at it like that. You're not trying to filler bet. You know, you're trying to conserve chips. So when you got it, you kind of play it. I mean, that's my style. To where I feel like I've learned over the last few months that I've really been trying to up my cash game. That a lot of times you put out these filler bets and it gets the job done. It's not so much that you have it or don't have it. It's more the fact that you're trying to see if they do or don't. I'm going to let this guy have it because I'm not going to 3-bet him again or raise this time again to try to steal his blind, because eventually he's going to start getting pissed about it. So we want to be a little careful, and he'll just start calling whatever. And we don't want that kind of action. So we'll give him a rest this time around. But I do feel like I look at the way you kind of put these filler bets out here a lot different than how I did, you know, prior. So even though it might cost you, you know, some money, you're basically just kind of filling to see if they have something or not. If they're calling, if they're raising, you know, and I probably should play tournaments about the same. It's just not something that I've ever really did. I'm more of a straightforward player, you know, and things have changed a lot too. I don't know, you know, how much you know about poker now in comparison to how it was, but back in the day, there was a big difference in style compared to how they play poker today. Today, things have really, really, really changed. Man, we show up with another banger. Bet 3 so I can 3-bet this. I guess we're going to raise to 3. God, I would have liked 3-bet. Yeah, we're just going to get flatted there. I figured that. More risky. Today, they play on ranges. Oh my God, can you freaking believe this? They play more of a range consideration rather than playing basically straight up cards. So they've got, you know, GTO solvers and all these different things that find different strategies and positions for them that are way different than what was. We're going to go ahead and put a third potter out there. Way different than it was back in the day when you just kind of played everything heads up. He's got the king. Or he was looking for that flush. I think we third potted again, thinking he's looking for the flush. If he's got the king, he's going to call, at least. He may come over the top. If he comes over the top, we give up. But, well, do we have him beat either way? Is there a reason to bet here? Not really. If he missed his cards, I don't think there's nothing to bet for here. Yeah. There's no reason to bet there. I don't think there was no reason to bet. I didn't even really see what he had, but I don't think there was anything to bet for there. We could have bet, but what are we accomplishing? We're trying to get, you know, why do you bet the river? Right? And these are the things I'm trying to learn now. I'm trying to up my game. Why do you bet the river? And the answer is either to get, you know, a worse hand to call or get a better hand to fold. And the better hand there was what? Trip kings. Trip kings wasn't going anywhere. So we're not getting them to fold. You know what I mean? And what are we going to get to call there? With 2 kings on the board, what worse hand than queens would, you know, a pair of queens would have called? Not much, right? I don't think you were getting much to call there. I think most of them just would have folded. So I don't think we're in a position to make a bet there. I think we just check and show, you know what I mean? So not a bad. You used to just play your cards, though, if that makes sense. Like it used to be, you played your cards, and the guy with the best cards was the one really getting in. You'd see a few bluffs here and there, not hugely, not over bluffed. And now there's a lot of spots that you're really supposed to play. I mean, you're really supposed to bet through. You're really supposed to continue, even though, you know, you don't have the best hand or a great hand. It's because you're playing what your range is. You know, they call it, you know, game theory optimal, which is GTO. That's basically how most people play today. And they use solvers and things, and it's ways to take advantage of the other players. And yeah, old school versus new school. Yep, and that's what it is. And I got to tell you, sadly, under these circumstances, Paul, the new school they're better. They're better. It's tough. It's tough for us old school guys that, learned just straightforward punch you in the nose type poker. And now they've got all this, fancy solvers and all these crafty ways to take different lines and everything else. I'm really trying to learn more of that side of it. But it's tough. Oh no, not again. You've got to be kidding me. How are we here again? We're going to go 9 again. We'd just as soon everybody fold. All right. Yeah. Tons of action tonight. Can you believe the hands? I feel like somebody's, touched us with a little bit of luck, maybe. Can you believe it? Zaid. Good evening, good evening. How are you? I enjoy Friday night poker. It's a tradition at this stage. Yes, it is a tradition. You are absolutely right. Please help you. What's up? Nine queen. You know what I haven't done here? How do I do that, Paul? I have forgot. There. We'll just check here. Dang it. Whoops. 4K loss. Oh no. Trading or poker? I assume since you're here, it must be poker. Oh, a scammer. That's not good. Are you from the trading server or? Are we calling 3 here? No. More fold. I forgot I hadn't did that over here for you yet, Paul. Whoops. We did the wrong thing. Yes. Right. I messed up, Paul. Yeah, you ain't kidding. The world? My bad. Type again, Paul. No good at this. Yeah, we're here. You typing, Paul? Please mod option. What do you mean? Test. Thank you, Paul. My bad there. I wasn't trying to give you the mod, Zaid. I'm sorry. It was by mistake. I don't know you. Are you from the server? $10. Be gone. I was, I was a little, wondering about that. That's what I was worried about, Paul. I was like, man, I haven't made Paul a mod over here yet. I had forgot about it. It's just me and you always normally, so I didn't figure it was that big of a deal. So I was like, well, I need to make you a mod over here. Oh my jeez. Yeah. It's kind of what I thought, but I wanted to I I wasn't sure, and I tried to make you mod, and the message moved right as I was trying to make you mod, I think. I was trying to look at cards at the same time, and I think it moved right as I was trying to make you mod. I forgot. Your mod on the other channel, I just assumed your mod here. You know what I mean? It never even dawned on me that you weren't mod here as well, but this channel, I guess, is different, so I have to have you mod over here as well. Absolutely crazy. I never really thought about it, but yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't see why we should need a mod here. You're right, but apparently we underestimated that. We've never even had any scam. We hadn't had no scammers like that over on the trading side that have came and actually asked for money. I don't think that's ever happened. We have freaking way more viewers. That's madness. That's crazy. Yep. It's funny too, Paul, because I think on YouTube, and I'm sure he's sitting here listening right now, but just for it doesn't matter, I guess. But I think on YouTube, they still sit there and type and have no idea that their messages aren't coming through. So he's still typing away, and he has no idea that we can't see any of it. I mean, now he does, since I said something, but I think that's how it works. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. Oh man, we don't have our wins and stuff up. I forgot, because I always record with this thing. Gosh dang it. Profit. There we go. Now they're up there. Oh, no they're not. Got transition. Now they're up there. Always forget that. Well, we're protecting our blind here. If I was in the mood, I would have played along and got him to send me details. Yeah. I don't blame you there. That's funny. We'll see here. We're going to protect our blind for the most part, unless somebody raises just ridiculous. We're not going to be in a good spot here, but we're betting 2, right, into 7.4, so our value's there. 8, 9. Not great. I think we'll just check here. It's not a super dry board. It's kind of wet. You might get a bet on this board just for the flush draws. Yeah, six seats only got 9. You know, what do we got here? Not a lot. We've got no flush draw. Got 8, 9, so cards aren't real connecting. I think we give up. We got 2 overcards. You know, I assume he's on the draw here, but into 9, 3, it's gonna make it 12 already. 3 more is gonna make it 15. I think we just give up here and wait. We'll wait for the next one. Yeah, there came the flush too. So yeah, I think we're good there. Yes, he's going for the straight. Yeah. Well, I thought he was probably looking for this flush there, and it came. You know, that'd have been my thoughts because we had a front door flush draw, and the ace of diamonds came, so that would have gave him his ace high flush, saying he had 2 diamonds in his hand, right? So I was assuming that was probably, we kind of got a blocker there, unless he's got, you know, what was it, 8, 9. Unless he's got 6, 7, which I don't think he would have raised 6, 7. That wouldn't have been his range. He was in the cutoff. So I think he would have raised more with like king, queen suited, queen, jack suited, maybe. You know, somewhere around there. A pocket pair 9s possibly. Maybe he was on trips already. I don't think so. I think he would have bet. I mean, I guess it's half a dozen one, half a dozen another. I think he would have checked or bet super small if he did make the trips. So my thought is he probably had king, queen suited, probably diamonds, something in that vicinity. And he was looking for that flush draw, so he wanted to build the pot a little bit. And that ace did come. We just didn't have a lot of outs there. I mean, there was no spade on the board. We were kind of blocking the top end of that straight with our 10 that was in our hand. But, yeah, I don't know. I think either way, we weren't really going nowhere with that hand. And we would have had a hard time calling a bet once that ace of diamonds came. I mean, that would have been a super hard spot for us to call his next bet. So I think we saved some money, honestly. I really do. I think he would have bet it either way. I mean, we could have came out and bet it, but I think he had it, honestly. So that'd have been tough for us. He had to have something opening from the cutoff with a raise, probably. Oh, did we get away with flat in here? Not in a great position. I mean, maybe we flat. We'll be the last call. Now he has about everything, though. We probably should have raised. I think we go ahead and bet 2 into it. See what he's got. He'll come over the top if he actually has something. He could have 2 pair here coming out of the blind. No draws on the board. He's going to take us for 9s here. Yeah. Which was good enough. Or an overpair. We could have been represented an overpair as well, I guess. And I'm not a fan of this. I think we just... Yeah, and I'm not a fan there either. Huh. We're just always getting beat by a better ace is always the problem when you got that freaking ace 3. I hate it, especially when it's not suited. Even though we were on the button, I'm glad we didn't get involved there because the raises came in. Cannot believe we got a scammer in this on this channel and not the other one. It just kills me. I mean, we get a lot of them on like Twitch and Kick and things like that, but never on YouTube. Very crazy. Maybe it's the time of night. The minute he said brother. Oh, jeez. I couldn't figure it out. I'm not trying to be funny or whatever, but I didn't think there was any popularity to this channel, so therefore nobody ever shows up. I was so surprised to see somebody in the chat. I was like, what is going on here? I thought maybe he came from the server, honestly. I was like, where did this guy come from? We got to protect this wide, as long as it's just a flat on this. Yeah. Yeah, we got to protect this wide, honestly. Again, we've got pot odds. Oh, man. Do we get one player out of this pot? Yeah, probably. Let's see who's got what here. We don't have the best jack in the world. That diamond does not make us happy. I think we bet again, though. Now the worst he can do to us is 19. I think we check it to him. What are we going to get him off of? Jack, king. We're not going to get him off a king. I think we check to him. And we probably just call here. Yeah, see, he's got the king. We wouldn't have got him off the king. That's the problem there. So, I mean, even if we put him all in, I think he's calling there. Two pair, kings and eights. I don't think he's going anywhere. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. The same thing happened on the... I think I have internet glitch problems. I don't know what it is, honestly. I think that was the right play there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure there, Paul. I don't know if we try to bet him off that. I don't think we get him off the king. Like, I don't think he's ever folding the king. He didn't have enough behind. I think even if we would have put him all in, I think he still calls there. Right? If we even would have tried to represent the 8, I think he still calls. And we just would have lost more. I don't think we bet him off there. I think that was the right call. He didn't want to bet because he was worried that we'd come over the top, and he didn't want to be there having to go all in. But would he have made the all-in call if we would have bet it first? I mean, I think so. I think he would have. So, I think we did as much as you could. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Paul. I think we did as much as we could there. We tried to, take it on the turn. He got the king there. There was a flush on the board. You could argue that we were trying to represent the flush because that was our last betting streak. But at these levels, I'm telling you, I think they just call you. Now, if we were at higher levels, I think all in with ace-5, exactly. That's what I'm saying. At these stakes, I think they call you. And that's the problem. If we were at higher stakes to where there's a lot more money on the line, I think we could have got somebody off king. You know what I mean? I think we could have got him to fold his king. I think we could have put the money in and one big blind means a lot more to him. So I think we could have put them all in, and they probably would have folded, and we probably could have took advantage of that. But here, I think they're just calling. I think they're calling for the most part, most of the time, and that's where the problem comes in at. Yeah, these guys, that's half the problem. It's not like as much as I try to look at it from a psychological view. I did warn you about the degens at the start of this Yes, you did. And I think it's going to be so tough. I'm still struggling. That's why I try to play as much as I can. You know, even when I'm not live, I try to play as much as I can because I would really like to see this challenge through. But to say I got my work cut out for me, I think is an understatement. It is super tough at these stakes. And I don't think you bluff. I don't think you bluff them out of a lot. Like, I think they get real sticky and they don't fold most of the time. And that's where the issue comes in at. You know what I mean? I think a lot of the time you just can't. That's how we feel when trading. Yeah. Yeah, you can't bluff at trading. You're right there. It's funny because when I talk about this with the wife and I tell her, you know, I'm having this issue with playing poker and I'm trying to get over this hump, and I really want to figure out a way to make this work, and I'm trying to do this and trying to do that. She's like, that sounds just like my trading. And I'm like, that is so hilarious, because I wish, from my standpoint, I wish poker was as easy as trading. I mean, these stakes of poker, if they were as easy as trading, this would be so much easier for me. And this is not easy. This is very hard. I know that sounds dumb, but it is. It's so hard. It makes no sense, but yeah, micro stakes poker's on. I gotta tell you, it's on a whole nother level. I don't know. Everybody talks about how hard trading is every day when we're in the live streams, and I almost feel like telling them, come try to play micro stakes poker and see how you feel. Because I swear it's tough. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's so freaking hard. Do we try to just flat here? Do we raise here? I think we raised once. We hadn't raised on this guy. Let's raise once and see what we do. All right, we got to show up with a hand this time. We'll raise a 3. I think we bet here. I think we want to bet over the original. Okay. I mean, we were on the draw there. We're not playing that. If we were in a different spot, we might. Number 6 doing well. Yeah. Yeah, he's had a lot of good hands. For sure, the 6 seat. He, she. Guess I shouldn't say he, but the number 6 seat has had a lot of good hands. 9, 10, Jack, Queen. Open-ended straight draw. Didn't get there. 2 queens on the board. I wouldn't really want to be in this, but it did a lot of checking, so you wouldn't feel super bad. Now, was the 2 seat slow playing there? That's something. Oh, not again, man. How many times? We're gonna get 0.4 bigs here. Oh no, we're not. We're gonna get 3.4 because we're raising this one up again, and we're even gonna do 10 just to make sure he gets out of here. Son of a. Maybe the one that hurts us. What do we got here? I think we take a bet again. I'm not in love with it. I think we're going to go 8.6. We're going to small it down just a bit. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. Did he really catch it here? What did he have? That's fine. I don't know, man. I really don't know about that spot. Yeah, maybe. Trip 8s, I don't know. I don't know. I'm really confused with that one. What did he call with pre? He called 10 big blinds on what? My problem is we didn't get no kind of board, so we're losing to any pair. Any pair that he called. So he could have had pocket 2s and he had us beat. I think we raise here. Gosh, dang it, Ace King. I'd rather people just fold whenever you have the dang hand, I'll be honest with you. Just don't know what you have there. I just don't know what, you know what I mean? There's just, we caught nothing. There was no way to caught anything. We represented as high as we could. I mean, he wasn't betting with nothing, I don't believe. The 1 seat hadn't been known to just be a bluffing seat, just trying to, you know, be a bluffing maniac. So I believe he caught something. My problem is, what did he call the 10 bigs with? I mean, I would assume it had to be a pocket pair, right? So pocket 8s? I mean, could he have had pocket 8s? How'd the flop come? 8, 8, 9. Could have had pocket 9s. That'd have gave him a full house on the flop. That would have made a lot of sense. Pocket 9s. I like pocket 9s. Yeah, I like pocket 9s. That wouldn't have been unheard of. I think he could have showed up with pocket 9s. He's got pocket 9s. Flop comes 8, 8, 9. He's got a boat. Even if we had the 8, you know, even if he was scared of the 8s at that point, unless we had pocket 8s, you know, we're not even in the game anymore. He's got a speed. So that'd make a lot of sense. That'd make a lot of sense, really. Man, oh man. All right. Any pocket pair, unfortunately, was killing us because we didn't have nothing but the board. We were playing the board at that point. All them freaking little cards came out. I was hoping we'd catch an ace. Something. Give us some kind of help. We couldn't get nothing. Anyway, I think he had us. I do. I don't think it was one of those things of he was just trying to bluff into it there. I believe he probably had us beat there. I don't think he would have came over the top with anything less. That's the whole problem, right? What a flop. See something like that, but you're not going to call the raise here. You know what I mean? So you're never going to play in this hand. That's the whole thing. Yeah, they're not great. Well, we got to play here. We'll definitely at least raise or flat here. Yeah, we're gonna flat. I think we just flat though. Let the 4 seat decide. He may get out of the way. He may elect to just fold. Ooh. That is not what we wanted to see. All right, yeah. We'll get out of the way. Not want to see that. That is exactly what we were not looking for. Hmm. Yeah. I think we just get out of the way again. All right. Have a good one, Paul. Have a great evening. I will see you either tomorrow night or Monday. We'll see. Whatever works. Have a great night, man. think I'm going to play one more round here, guys, and that's about it. We're going to set out next big blind. We're not getting nowhere tonight. And still, cards aren't great. Get away with something here. I believe that is all for us. All right, everybody. Have a great night. And as always, guys, stay consistent out there. I'll update the profit and total profit, and we will be back. I think we'll probably try to come back tomorrow night for any of you tuning in right now. Have a great night, guys.